Hi Aquarius, how are you doing? My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Aries Warrior Queen Astrology. I'm doing a timeless love reading. This is my first round of these for YouTube, so this is exciting for me. I trust that when this finds you, that if it resonates, then it's meant for you and you should claim it. All right, let's get into your reading. Forewarning, my stomach has been making noises, so if you hear anything in the background, I'm just a loud digester. Always have been. Oh, you know what? Seven of Cups. I've had a lot of pop-outs recently, like a lot of pop-outs. And I've been hearing yes on these. I've had a couple reversals. I guess it's been different. A lot more has been coming through. Huh. The Hangman. You have the Tower and the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Okay, I'm going to pull an overarching energy from the Tattoo Tarot. It's a new deck of mine. I love it. The cards are huge though. It's really hard to shuffle. It's harder to shuffle than the Cosmic Tarot was. And the deck is like really like rough. Oh my God. It's hard to grasp. Me and my little itty bitty hands. Ooh, okay. You know what? I can't shuffle like that. They're too big. Oh, wow. The Seven of Pentacles. All right, so the current state of your relationship, you have the Seven of Cups. I think that, well, what I feel is that you're in a relationship, but maybe what's flowing through your head right now is options that you might have. Maybe you've been in this relationship for a really long time, but at this point you're kind of rethinking. Like maybe you're just in a place where you're not seeing the connection anymore. So your mind is kind of wandering to all these other options. You might have, like, if you're single, this might be more than one person that is knocking down your door right now. So you're kind of spoiled for choice. Your role in the relationship, you have the Hangman. So I think that, you know, you're always changing. Like up here is always churning and bubbling. And like if you're not looking for a new perspective, it kind of just shows up for you sometimes. Like it just pops in out of the blue. For some of you, I feel like, you know, you've been doing a lot of the inner work and that has changed you. So maybe you're just not connecting with the person you might still be with, but you're kind of having a hard time figuring out how to get out of that without like hurting anybody. So this could be like, you know, maybe even the person you married. And you might have kids, but this might not be something that you want anymore. Past foundation of your relationship, you have the Tower. So things were always on like this ebb and flow of like, you know, you guys were into it, everything was going good, and then like there was a point where stuff would just start to break down and people would be rethinking things, or people would show up and it would get confusing. Like I don't feel like this was like, it might have felt solid just because it was like a pattern that you were in. But that doesn't mean it was actually like solid, like something that, you know, you could always count on, but you technically could. That's confusing, I know. Your partner's role in the relationship, you have the 10 of Wands. What I heard in my head is that they carry a lot of their feelings on the inside, and they don't really share them too much. When they do, it kind of just, it comes out all at once, and then they crawl back into themselves again. And it's kind of like a little detached, but there's still love. But it's not always like this. It's like I said, it's like a peak in a valley. The possible future, you have the 9 of Cups. Sitting there, being proud of the love and the like this is just like celebrating like the accomplishments in love. Like maybe you're both transforming and working through this so that the tower won't be your foundation anymore. For some of you, I think that tower is, it's something that needs to happen, but there's a lot of fear in the unknown. We go with what we're familiar with. It's a level of comfort. Comfort doesn't mean happiness, though. The overarching energy for this reading, you had the 7 of Pentacles. So it's like waiting to see if things like get to a place where like they just kind of level off and that tower isn't there anymore, and you know your partner isn't carrying all this stuff on the inside that they're not really sharing with you until it like explodes out of them. But I think you're going to keep, for some of you, I think you're going to keep working at this and try and make this work. You know, free will is amazing. There's always potential for things to change, for things to be different, especially with you having the Hangman here. Maybe just a different perspective from you could change a lot of this. Maybe there's like it's like a pattern of security and feeling insecure. Security, feeling insecure. Like, you know, it's just noticing it and becoming aware of it within yourself. And then it breaks the cycle, especially when you're aware of it. Especially if you can see your patterns. I'm a person that can see patterns like very well. I've always been able to see patterns and everything, and it kind of freaks me out. And I tell people when I notice things, and not always well received, which is fine. You know what? It's been like that like most of my life, and I'm okay with that. Maybe it's time for me to be more well received. You never know. Could happen. I'm going to pull one more card just to finish off this reading because I feel like there's a little bit more to this story. Just one more thing to clarify. Oh, there were two. You have the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. I think once you break through this inner conflict of yours, where you're not so sure about yourself and what you want, and like you are sure about where, like who you are and what you want. Once you get through that, then it's time for celebration. Because things can change for you. They can be different. If you want to, like Michael Jackson said it best, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. Okay, so you know what? He was right. You're gonna make a song about it for nothing. I know he has some controversial things about him, but a lot of his music said like some of his music said some very important things. And artists tap into like the universe. I swear they get like downloads of information that need to be like shared with people, and that was an amazing message to give. Be the change you want to see in the world. Because when you change, everything on the outside of you can change too. If you're creating things on the same loop over and over again, you're going to see the same things happen over and over again. But that awareness, when you catch yourself, that's where the magic is. All right, Aquarius. Wow, this was a longer reading than most. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everything worked. Well, you know what? Everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to. And I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.